Go back and then go to user and then show you what's users. Okay, so manager J is this thing for standard this that I created, and then this is the profile was the profile is a hiring manager. So are you there?
Yeah, so this is hiring manager, right?
Yes.
Now you had to create different users, like recruiter you had already created, right? The other one is your hiring manager, which you have already showing. Now you have to create one standard employee user who will have standard employee.
I have it already.
Great. So now you need to log in with different users. So as we are having license limitation, okay, so apart from your user, only one user can be active at a time. So as of now, your standard employee is active. Okay, so you can log in with this user only as of now. To log in with other user, you need to deactivate this user and active that other user.
Okay.
So as of now, your standard employee is active, so you can log in with this user, check what are the accesses it has, then edit this one, remove active checkbox from here, and then activate other user, and then log in with that user. That you need to do, because we don't get extra licenses on our free developer account. Only 2 users can be done for that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see how we open up the record level access to other users. As we were discussing, there are different ways of opening up the access. One is role hierarchy, right? Second one is sharing rule. Then we have manual sharing. So these all are the ways we can open up the access. So do remember, we cannot restrict the access using roles or sharing rules or manual sharing. We can only open up the access. The most restricted one is, of course, your organization by default. As we were talking about object level and field level security, the most restricted one was what? Profile. Right? And permission set is used to give more access. Similarly, here org wide default or OWD is the most restricted one. And we use other ways like sharing rules, role hierarchy, manual sharing to share more access to the user. So more records will be visible. So now you can go with a search in quick find box roles. Yeah, click on roles. Yeah, setup roles because you don't have. Now you can set up the role. So you need to check in your organization who is the topmost level user. Here it is shown CEO. You can expand all. So these are the by default given samples which we need to modify as per our need. Okay, there is edit, delete, and assign option. You can edit the role, you can delete the role, and you can assign any user on it as well. So if you click on assign, you will get the list of active users. Yeah, list of users you will get in the system. Yeah. So you can see the users who are there in the system, and there you can assign them as a CEO, as CFO, or as a normal employee. And always the thing is, the user who comes above in the hierarchy will get access to all the records which his subordinate is having access to. Okay, that means CEO is going to have the access of the data which CFO, COO, and SVP, SVP human resource, and FVP sales and marketing, anyone can have access. So you got my point? And now when you talk about CFO, so whoever is reporting to him, the CFO will have access to those data. Okay, so it's like the hierarchy in the company, how someone reports to someone. So if Jerry is reporting to Sonakshi, in that case, Sonakshi will be able to see her data as well as whatever data Jerry can access. And if Tanu reports to Jerry, then Jerry will be able to see what data Tanu can access as well as his data. And in that case, Sonakshi will be able to see Jerry's data, Tanu's data, and her data. Got my point? That whoever is reporting below, their data will be available for the user who comes above the role in the hierarchy. So you got this? You can create it. You can just try it out. You can just put hiring manager and the interviewer below that. Then you can see how your system works. Okay, how thing works.
Am I doing the right thing?
Okay, now you can also see how the sharing rule works. Okay, let's go to sharing setting in the quick find box. So yeah, so what we need to do, we have to show the candidate who is owned by one user. Okay, means whoever is owning the candidate, that should be shared with all the recruiters. As of now, we have made it public read only. That means everyone can just read it. But we want, sorry, a candidate is private. As of now, we have made candidate as a private, right? My fault. Mistakenly, I said I considered position. So candidate is private, but we want like all the recruiters should be able to see the candidates in the system. How we can achieve it? So for that, create new, scroll down and go to candidate sharing rule. Where is candidate sharing rule? Now we need to see what are the options we have. This is a label and rule name, which you can do candidate rule or something. Candidate sharing rule. Now below that, you can see that there are two options. Select your rule type. Rule type is based on record honor, based on criteria. Okay. Now select which records to be shared. So there are public groups. Click on that drop down. Rules and subordinates. So here you don't see anything like all the users who are there, right? So we need to also check how we can make this particular sharing rule. Okay. So for that, click on this based on criteria. Yeah. Click on field. Now you can see it is having multiple fields, right? Which can be considered for the filtering. Like this is the criteria and using which we can share the record. Okay. So there are many things using which you can share. So you can put any criteria. Suppose you can put Apex. So if someone is having Apex as a technology or Java as a, does it have Apex? No. Or SSN. Okay, if someone is having SSN or US resident citizen, if someone is US citizen, then only that will be shared. Equals to operator. Click on that. Operator equals equals. Now in magnifying, click on magnifying glass. And go to true, select true. So we are defining a criteria who should be shared, whoever is US citizen. Okay, click. Now whom to be shared? So public group is there. No, scroll down. Yeah, public group is there. You can click on that public group. Roles and subordinates. So here the option is roles. Roles means you have created the role hierarchy. That role you can define over here. Roles and subordinates means that role and whoever is reporting to that role, they all will be able to see the records. With them, this particular record will be shared. Okay. So for that, you need to little study about role. Okay. Go and create role hierarchy as per your organization. Everyone is having different organization. Think about it, and that will be the assignment. Okay. Now, when we talk about this, we also saw public group. So it is nothing but group of users. Okay, so that you can assign anything to them. So now in new tab, again open setup and go to quick find box and search user group, public group. Click on new, create new group, click on new button. Yeah, you can create new group. You can give it the name interviewer group or any group, interviewer group or recruiter group, anything. You can make it any group. Okay, now select users. Go up and click on the drop down. Yeah, click on the drop down. Yeah, you have users as option. Again, this is also showing you roles and subordinates, public group. So you can have multiple public group associated with each other. You can have roles and subordinates over there associated with any public group. You can have users, so we'll select user. And you can see all the active users, so you can select any user. Standard employee you can select. Yeah. So here you will see the difference. As of now, if you log in with the standard employee, you won't be able to see any candidate record. But after creating the sharing rule, your standard employee will be able to see the records of the candidates who are US citizen. Yeah, save it. Interviewer group. So let's go back to your candidate sharing rule, and there give this name in select public group and interviewer group. Yeah, please go to sharing rules. Sharing settings. Go to candidate rule. Yeah, click on new. Create new rule. Yeah, you can give it a name, candidate rule. And this will be the criteria base. So select the criteria as a rule type. Now select public group. Yeah. Public group, okay. Right side, right one. Yeah. Select whether you are able to see that particular group or not. Yeah, you can see interviewer group, right? So give them access. Okay, read only, you can give the access. Save it, save it. Now log in with your standard user profile, standard user in different in incognito window. Please log in with standard employee because your recruiter is disabled. Go to candidate. Yeah, click on all. Now you can see that particular. So how many records you have? So only one record is there with US citizen. Click on this. So is it a US citizen or not? Check where is that field, US citizen. So this is US citizen one. So you got it? Because he is US citizen, the user is standard employee is able to see that record. Right?
Yes.
Now we'll talk about the last one, which is called manual sharing. So it's like the user who is having access to any record. Okay. So please log in with recruiter or system admin, the other one that will also work. Yeah, go to any position record. Go to your recruitment tab. Go to recruitment tab.
Oh,
Go to app launcher. App launcher. Left side, 9 dots.
oh,
Below cloud. Yeah. Click on search recruitment app. Go to candidate record candidate. Open any record. In top, you can see edit button, and just side, besides that, you can see one down arrow. Right side, edit button, new contact, edit button. Up, 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 up. Right side. Yeah, you can see down arrow, down arrow, down arrow, right, right, right side, down arrow, right side, right. Yeah, down arrow. Click on that. So what are the options you have?
new.
One option named sharing. Can you see sharing? Click on
Yes.
that. You now here search your standard employee user. Type your username, search standard employee user. What is the name of standard employee? Yeah. Click on that. Save it. Now go to your incognito window where you logged in with your standard employee. Go to incognito window. Yeah. Go to your candidate page, candidate. Yeah. Go on all. All. Now you can see 2 records. Earlier it was 1. because 002 just now you have shared through manual sharing. So you got it, how manual sharing works? You can share more
Yes.
record and you can see how it works. Okay.
Okay.
So you can play around with these all things. Check, create some sharing rule. Okay. You can think about your organization, how your org chart is. Based on that, we create org role hierarchy. Okay. We will define it and we'll see how people can access each other's record, how the record of a subordinate is visible to the manager or someone who is above in the hierarchy. You also seen criteria based sharing. If someone is US citizen, it was being shared. But even if he is not a US citizen, how manually you can share by this sharing button, right?
All right.
So you can check these all things and let me know if you face any difficulty. And you have all the assignments with you, like looking into org chart, making role hierarchy, seeing the difference and everything. Once you're done, we'll connect tomorrow and we'll see. And we'll see the next topic. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
I
Any
have
doubt,
a
any
question.
question so far?
I have a question, Sean.
Yeah.
So with the sharing rule, let's say
Yeah.
the hierarchy, if you have about 3 or 4 users, and then they are all in the same level, the same access, and you share something which means that all the 3 users are going to see the sharing rule. They are going to see. But if you use the permission set and you assign it for someone, only one person, which the only one user we're going to see, let's say a citizen, and you share, the only one person going to assign it to. So the sharing rule, you can't restrict the sharing rule. If you sign something that all the 3 are supposed to see, you cannot give it to one person under the sharing rule.
See, one thing is permission set is related to fields and object. That is the one thing. Sharing rule is related to your record. See, earlier with sharing rule, the standard employee was able to see the candidate record with that particular criteria which we created. That means US citizen. Now, next, when you did manually shared that record, at that moment, he was also able to see one more record which does not fall under the criteria of US citizenship, right? That also got visible, that you have seen. So, and even though they are in same level, okay, here you have shared the record with a user. So only that user will be able to access that record. Otherwise, if you want to share it with some particular role, that means there is sales rep. So all sales rep should be able to see that record. Then you will share it with the role, which option we were getting. And if you want to show it to sales team, then sales manager and sales rep, everyone, then you will make it roles and subordinates. Or if you want to share it with some group of users, that means someone can be from the sales team, someone can be from campaigning team, someone from the service team. So there you will create user group. So you got my point? So these are the various ways through which you can share the record. Okay?
Okay.
Just think about it. Make your org chart. Use that as a org role hierarchy. Then only you would be able to understand it. So anyone else has any doubt, any query?
I'm good, Sham. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.
Right.
Thank you so much. Bye. Take care, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Right.